What's up, guys? My name is Mr. Turley, and this is a track review of Milestone SX 2012. So, pretty cool track for sure. A lot of you guys probably know the real Milestone track, so it's always good when you can get a accurate replica on MX Simulator. So, definitely cool for sure. It's just looks good overall, definitely. So, check this out here, boys. What's up, baby? Let's go full wheelie. Oh man. For the love of pastrana, man, that's pretty hard to do right there, like wheeling whoops. And the only thing I can think of that's harder than wheeling whoops is like wheeling up the face of a jump and then landing in a wheelie. So but anything that involves a wheelie on a motocross track is going to be up there in riskiness. So definitely a fun track overall, though. You'll notice right away that it feels a lot like a 2012 Supercross, like AMA Supercross track for this game. And it's just got that little bit on the slicker side, and everything's pretty smooth. So but it's still cool for sure. And I would expect Milestone being kind of like a Las Vegas would be a little bit slicker anyway, especially if it wasn't watered or anything like that. So it all makes sense that it's a little bit on the slicker side anyways. So but yeah, pretty fun. Whoops are pretty chill right here. So it's more of a beginner intermediate type track overall. So there's one little tricky section right here where it's a little bit harder to actually stretch this triple out right here if you're not on a 450, but if you're on a 450 you're going to be just fine. So and then pretty much the only actual rhythm section you have to think about is that like very first rhythm section where it's like a triple quad onto the table and then off the table. So but pretty easy overall. A couple of like two bigger triples, but they're pretty easy. They're not really big or anything. So but I like the spacing of the jumps, definitely. So this is that little bit of a trickier section. You got to do like a triple right here, and then it's like a quad onto this. I think it's a quad, maybe technically maybe like a 5 jump, but I think it's a quad. So but yeah, just fun track overall. Off track stuff looks really good, and yeah, that's Milestone for you, man. This is about the most accurate Milestone replica I've found for MX Simulator. So let me actually play this back right here, some third-person footage. So if you guys don't know, there's actually quite a few Milestone tracks that have been made for MX Simulator, but the other ones I've found were not quite that accurate, to say the least. This is pretty much the most accurate one I've found. So, but that's the cool thing about MX Simulator. You know, you can have 5 people trying to make the same replica track, and one of them's got to get it pretty close. So, if you know what I mean. So, but yeah, just fun overall, and off-track stuff looks pretty good. But I think the spacing of like the bigger triples and stuff like that's really good. So, but yeah, just pretty chill, definitely super smooth everywhere, so you're not worrying about roughness or ruts or anything. But and I'm a fan of ruts and roughness even on supercross tracks, but it's also fun to go and ride on a smoother one at the same time. So it's, I don't know, like I like both rough and rutted, and also I like smoother tracks at the same time too. So but yeah, just fun overall. A nice little roller section coming out of that corner. So this first section's tricky because it's got that first little, like, you just kind of got to roll over it kind of single thing, and it's hard to get the drive back down to the ground to actually get that triple out. So that's what makes that first section a little bit on the trickier side, but I'm sure you can double and whatever else if you're not on a 450. So yeah, just pretty cool track, and I definitely recommend you guys checking it out. So but if you look at this track and go, oh, that doesn't look like you know, Milestone at all, it's probably because this is like a 2012 version, and Milestone changes like every week, I'm pretty sure. So but anyways, so definitely a cool track for sure. Looks a lot like the real Milestone. So love the ground decal, definitely realistic. So I'm going to say 9 overall, really close to a 10, but I'm just going to give it a 9 overall, and I'm going to say the difficulty is medium. So anyways, that's it for this video, guys, and I appreciate all you guys watching. Thanks.